the latest. With that, viewers, let's shift our focus to the big breaking news coming in. You'd remember how the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, targeted the Election Commission of India from Boston, calling it a compromised panel. Well, today, the Election Commission has given a point-by-point rebuttal on the same. The Election Commission has accused Rahul Gandhi of spreading misinformation. That is the Election Commission of India's retort to the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, who once again has insulted the democratic institutions of the country on foreign soil. Remember, just yesterday, Rahul Gandhi had once again addressed in United States of America and spoken against the Election Commission of India. This time, not the first time that Rahul has spoken against the EC. He has been, having this rant against the Election Commission of India. This time, of course, he has called the EC as a compromised panel. My colleague Pragya is with us on the broadcast. Pragya, the Election Commission of India now giving a point-by-point rebuttal to Rahul Gandhi's accusations against it, saying he's only spreading misinformation and whatever he said doesn't hold the truth.
Well, you are absolutely right, and not just that. Election Commission has given the data of the voters, and in fact, per voting data has also been given by the Election Commission, saying in fact the number of 65 lakh voters in the last 2 hours is way below the average of every hour voting as per the election records. And in fact, they are saying that all the voting per booth, and there is a summary of voting also. The electoral rolls are being prepared by the Representative of People's Act, and this all is done by the government employees. Now, anyone spreading this kind of misinformation is not just disrespecting the institution, but also disrespecting the mandate that has been given by the people. And not an election commission doesn't stop at that. It says that any unfavorable result in the democracy, should not be taken in this light, and should not be, lakhs and lakhs of government employees who are engaged and honestly working for the for this particular election, which is a festival of democracy as well. It does not augur well, and they should always avoid it. And not just that, Election Commission has also said that our election process has been widely acclaimed across the world, for its accuracy, and also the look at the magnitude of this election campaign. Please,
right, we also have Swati with us on the broadcast. Swati, quickly take us through that point-by-point statement and response to Rahul Gandhi that the Election Commission of India has given, saying this is only misinformation being spread by the leader of opposition on foreign soil.
Absolutely. The Election Commission has hit back at Rahul Gandhi. It's a 2-page response, a point-by-point rebuttal coming in from the ECI based on facts. That in fact is the title of this report. Let me in fact take you through the operative portion first, and it has been highlighted here in bold. It says any misinformation being spread by anyone is not only a sign of disrespect towards law, but also brings disrepute to the thousands of representatives appointed by their own political party, and demotivates lakhs of election staff who work untiringly and transparently during elections. After any unfavorable verdict by the voters trying to defame the Election Commission by saying that it is compromised is completely absurd. So the Election Commission, they're responding directly to Rahul Gandhi, who remember said that the system is compromised. The Election Commission says that this is also disrespect to the thousands of representatives, Shreya, that have been appointed by the political party, not just the election staff. It demotivates their own representatives as well. And look at point number 6. This is where the Election Commission says that it brought out all the facts, and it is talking here about the Maharashtra Assembly election results and voting pattern as well. That it brought out all the facts in its reply to the Congress on the 24th of December 2024 itself, which is available on ECI's website. It appears that all these facts are completely being ignored while raising such issues again and again. So Election Commission once again emphasizing it's all available on ECI's website, but it is being completely ignored. The political parties, especially the Congress, is ignoring the facts that have been put out on the website by the Election Commission of India, and the issues are being raised again and again.
That's right. Of course, Swati getting us that point-by-point response by the Election Commission of India that has been given to the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi. Swati, also just the fact that Election Commission itself is now saying that after every election verdict, some or the other opposition party member and leader comes and blames the Election Commission of India, which has been very transparent and accountable in its dealings.
India, remember, also did a press conference after these issues were raised and aspersions were cast on the Maharashtra voting pattern. Remember, Rahul Gandhi and other political parties have continuously kept on attacking the Election Commission, asking how is it that the voting percentage was more than the adult population in Maharashtra. And the Election Commission of India and the Election Commissioner in that press conference gave a point-by-point rebuttal, which has been put out on the website as well. That's exactly what the Election Commission is once again trying to highlight, that we have given a reply, a response to the Indian National Congress on this issue. It's been put out on our website, but the parties, the political parties, are choosing to ignore that and are raking up the issue. Let me take you through the other points that have been mentioned here. Point number one, the Election Commission of India says during assembly elections in Maharashtra, 6,40,087 6 crore, I beg your pardon, 6 crore 40,87,588 electors who reached the polling station from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. voted. About 58 lakh votes were polled per hour on an average. Remember, Rahul Gandhi was speaking about this calculation. The Election Commission of India says, going by these average trends, nearly 116 lakh voters could have voted in last 2 hours. Therefore, casting of 65 lakh votes by electors in 2 hours is much below the average hourly voting trends. Point number two, Election Commission of India says, further, in every polling booth, the voting progressed in front of the polling agents formally appointed by candidates and political parties. INC's nominated candidates or their authorized agents have not raised any substantiated allegations with regard to any kind of abnormal voting at the time of scrutiny before the returning officer. This is a very important point because the Election Commission of India here is trying to highlight that the representatives, the polling agents that are formally appointed by the candidates, the political parties, they never raised this issue. Not even once did those representatives, the ones who were appointed by the Congress, their authorized agents, did not raise any allegations in this regard, or did not highlight the issue during the time of voting or scrutiny before the returning officer. Point number three, the Election Commission of India says electoral rolls in India, including Maharashtra, are prepared as per the Representation of People Act 1950 and the Registration of Electors Rule 1960. As per law, either just before the elections and or once every year, special summary revision of the electoral rolls is conducted and a final copy of the electoral rolls is handed over to the national state political parties, including the Indian National Congress.
Right, Swati, we're also joined by my colleague Madhav, who's there on the broadcast with us. Madhav, a point-by-point rebuttal by the Election Commission of India to Rahul Gandhi. In fact, just questioning the fact about how does it augur well for the leader of the opposition to insult democratic institutions of the country on foreign soil again and again.
Well, this is not the first time that the Election Commission has clarified its position. Soon after the Maharashtra polls, when we had seen a similar set of claims that were made by Mr. Rahul Gandhi and other leaders from the state of Maharashtra who belong to opposition parties, the Election Commission at that point of time as well had put out a point-by-point rebuttal of several of these claims that were made. But now the language is that much stronger, and in fact the points have been very clearly made that as far as the Election Commission's rules are concerned, as far as the Representation of People Act are concerned, as per law, just before the elections or even a specially summary revision that has been conducted and the final copy is handed over to all political parties, national or state, including the Indian National Congress. And after the finalization of these electoral rolls, only 89 appeals were filed by the first authority, that is in front of the first authority, the DM, and one in front of the CO. Let's go across to Udit Raj of the Congress, who's joining us at this point of time. Mr. Udit Raj, we are seeing here how in fact the Congress party and its claims that have been made have been rebutted by the Election Commission. They say that during the special summary revision, a copy of the roll was handed over to all political parties, national and regional, including the Indian National Congress. Only 89 appeals were made, a total of 90 appeals were made, including that to the CEO. So why is this issue being raked up now? Appears to be the question coming in from the Election Commission, Mr. Udit Raj.
This is absolutely lie. Election Commission is a lawyer, corrupt body, and it's a wing, like a wing of BJP. Rahulji, what he has asked from Election Commission, that has not been clarified. That how could 36 lakh voters could be added in the voter list, that is in electoral roll, in 5 months of time.
Because they have said, sir, that the Lok Sabha elections and Assembly elections, there were two sets of additions that were made of new voters, and that's about 40 lakh voters that were added. That is a statement that the Election Commission has already clarified in the past.
I'm disconnecting. You are not listening. If you are not allowing me to speak, then why have you connected me? There was no reason to connect me. Then you should not
Sir,
connect.
you are asking how the voters have increased from Lok Sabha to
Yes,
Assembly.
of
I'm
course.
telling you
Let
what the
me
Election
at least
Commission is saying.
complete the sentence. You are not allowing me to complete the sentence. How can I? Then why are you asking the question? I'm disconnecting. Thank you so much.
All right. Udit Raj, when faced with facts, of course, has no reply. He wants to disconnect the phone, and that's exactly the problem at hand over here. We have a situation where, in fact, the questions that are being asked, and just look at the statement that has been made. Mr. Rashid Alvi, if you can hear me, this is what the Election Commission's summary really says as far as this particular press statement is concerned. They have said that all Indian elections are held as per law. The scale and accuracy with which elections are held in India are widely acclaimed across the world. The entire nation is aware that each election process, including preparation of electoral rolls, polling, counting, are all held by government staff, and that too in the presence of authorized representatives formally appointed by political parties, candidates from polling station up to level. Any misinformation being spread by anyone is not only a sign of disrespect towards law, but also brings disrepute to the thousands of representatives appointed by their own political party and demotivates lakhs of election staff who work untiringly and transparently during elections. After any unfavorable verdict by voters, trying to defame Election Commission by saying it is compromised is completely absurd. Your response, Mr. Alvi, to this statement of Election Commission?
You know, there was a committee comprising of a leader of opposition, Chief Justice of India, or his nominee. Now, who has amended it? It was present comment. Now, Prime Minister, his cabinet minister, and leader of opposition. It is very clear-cut proof that this present government, they want election commission should be appointed, such persons should be appointed who are in favor of Bharatiya Janata Party. So if Rahul Gandhi has said, and he has used very mild language, I can give you so many examples where election commission has favored Bharatiya Janata Party. So definitely, whatever is happening in our country, it is not free and fair election. We have been demanding for a very long time that election should be through ballot papers. But still BJP and Election Commission, both are insisting.
But Mr. Rashid Alvi, why does this problem come up only when the Congress loses elections? You have won elections in Karnataka, you have won elections in Himachal, your allies have won elections in Jharkhand, Tamil Nadu, several parts of the country. The question that is being raised politically by the BJP is that the Congress is only raising these issues after it has lost in Haryana, lost in Delhi and in Maharashtra.
Actually, even yesterday I reacted on it. If all states are being won by Bharatiya Janata Party, then you cannot raise this question. Just for the purpose of media, you can ask this question from us. That if you are winning in Karnataka, then it is all right. If you are winning in Himachal Pradesh, then it is all right. Only a few states are there. And those states which are being ruled by opposition only for the consumption of the people and for the consumption of media. Otherwise, almost every state